One of 333 fights. He is the most prolific fighter, and he's bringing you a sports memoir unlike any you've read. It's passionate, it's funny, it's candid. It's called Shift Work, and it chronicles Domi's 16 tumultuous seasons in the NHL. But there's so much more to you. Please welcome again Domi. So good to see you. It really is truly candid. It's funny. You talk from the heart. I feel like it's like reading your diary, which is so refreshing. You talk a lot about your dad. It's dedicated to your dad, who has passed many years ago.
Well, our mothers and fathers, you know, that were immigrants to this country, a lot of those values that we learned as kids have gone, and I think it has to do with technology. Obviously, it changed, especially this generation. So, I think people like it. You know, at the end of the day, it ended like I wanted it to end, and the messages and the values, and I think it would be a good stocking stuffer for people, especially for their kids.
Definitely. And it's not just for people who are interested
life
in
lessons,
hockey.
for sure.
Yeah, it's life lessons in general and how to carry yourself through successes and, of course, obstacles. And those came your way, too, which you talk about. Your dad survived getting a bullet through his head, and you would feel the bit of the shrapnel under his skin. And it starts with that story of survival and the way he treated everybody, regardless of their walk in life. And you talk about the fact that you would go through the Four Seasons and know the bellman's name, the parking attendants you would know.
Yeah, those are the people, the everyday people, and you know they're really the people why I did the book. You know, and you say that I had the most fights. Well, I did, and that was to protect my teammates, and that was my job. I didn't really want to do a book about talking about what my job was. That's what I had to do, and I have no regrets, and I wanted to make a positive out of it. So. I'm sticking up for the everyday person now. So. And
you talk about bringing a young Max out with you to work, as he would say, daddy's work, right? Which is so exciting. Yeah. And you'd be high-fiving the security guards, and you knew everybody's name. And he took that same work ethic. You never said, I want you to do what I'm doing. It was very much his choice.
No, he was born with it for sure. You could get him off the ice. Even when we used to have the Maple Leaf Christmas parties, and Santa Claus would have the gifts ready to give to the kids. Max would leave the ice, and Larry Tannenbaum still talks about that. You know, he would bawl his eyes out, and he was 3 years old back then too. So. And
he's been on this show. He's extremely humble, and of course, he's talked about having to wear the device because he's celiac, as well as you talk about in the book the juvenile diabetes, which affects him and his blood sugar levels, and that has never stopped him.
Well, and I think that's the great thing about Max is he's an inspiration to diabetics, but to all of us really. You know, he's very committed, and he has been since he's been a kid, and he has a lot of fun, and he plays hard every single shift, which as a father, as an ex-player, that's what you want in a kid.
His problem right now, which I love, is you say he's getting criticized for being too humble, which is a good problem to have, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, you talk about Messier. He was a mentor to you. He gave you great advice.
Yeah, early in my career, I was a little, cocky kid that was pretty tough, and nobody really told me what to do, right? Except my mom and dad. That's the only people I took orders from, really. Yeah. So he pulled me aside after a game one time, and I got in a fight and did the speed bag and rode my stick, and he called me in the trainer's room, and he just told me to knock that stuff out, and if you want respect from your peers, you got to respect your peers. So after that, it changed my career, and
you internalized it.
Learned a lot from him, and he won 5 cups before he got to New York to us. So it was an honor to be around him, and you learned a lot from him. And
then you say give respect to PK Subban because he came to you asking for advice, and you're like, this young kid, even though he's got the big money, he still knows that he has to come to us and
well, he's always been very respectful. PK has, and he's a close family friend. His family's very close to ours. Max and his brother are best friends, Jordan. So his parents are unbelievable people, and his father was a principal at Jane and Finch
a great man. He's been
for
on the
a long,
show
long
too.
time. Yeah, so special family. And PK asked me a few times about leadership, and then when he signed his contract, we got together, and it was more or less to celebrate to see him and his contract, and just told him he's the Jean Beliveau now of the Montreal Canadiens, and that's a high standard. So so far he's doing it. This year it's great to see them with their success, and I think he's going to have a great long career.
And your family is beautiful. You have pictures of them all grown up in here, not just Max, but your beautiful daughters. Pick it up, guys. It's called Shift Work, a great read for anybody. Like you said, the life lessons are great. And send Mark Wahlberg our love. I know you two are good friends, BFFs. Do you like his burgers, though?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do. I just can't eat them, but I like them.
Just checking. You can eat them. Come on. Once every now and again. Cav, right now we're throwing things over to you. I'm going to keep Ty away from you because I saw what he did to Frankie. I don't think you can handle it.